trying to put some light on it. You see where Edelbrock went in there and they done the CNC port match. Okay? This is the measurement right here inside of the bowl area or inside the port. What I'm trying to show you is look how far when they did the port match. That is approximately, well hell, let's just measure it and find out, see what we got. And like I said, this ain't about Edelbrock here. This is about all the ones that are so-called, you know, CNC port matched. Looks like a 1/2 inch in, probably, pretty close to it. I come up with 420. Now, what I'm trying to show you here is, yeah, that looks good and it scribes good. But get a load of this. As soon as you go, not even 100 thousandths past where the CNC lines are. All right, this I can show you without having to hold the light. I think I can get my point across. All right. That's the cut for the CNC port. Now, and I mean, it stops right at the end. Now, when you try to go in there to it, look at this. Now watch over here on this port when I try to do it. Now over here, the thickness in the metal where the CNC porting went in there and cut on it is like a funnel. The CNC's made a funnel. As soon as it gets back to a certain point, it collapses and begins to get a significant amount smaller on here. So basically, a CNC port match is just about worthless as in any port match. I mean, I believe myself, and I've seen dyno results on this show, that by leaving some meat here and letting it be smaller on the square than the header tube diameter, you build a reversionary wall that lets the gases come back and hit the cylinder head and not interrupt any of the new excess spent gases coming out. From a different position on here, watch this. We take the snaps and we go in there and we hit it to the CNC marks. That's where it stops right there. See that? Now look, look there. I mean, good Lord, man. All of a sudden it gets right to the end and then boom, straightens out. Now that CNC measurement right where that port is, let's get a measurement on it and see what we end up with. 1/425 inches. Pretty close to 1.5 inch tube diameter, be nice. But now, let's just go 1 inch in, okay, where the CNC porting stops. I can barely fit the snap in there. Look at that gap distance. Look at there. Okay, so the point I'm trying to show you is on this CNC match deal that they do here, what does it really do? Because guess what? This is the window it's going to see, not that. You would have to carry that all the way back. And when I said I'm going to do a stage 2.5, what I'm going to do is take that lip, the CNC match, and pull it so that it becomes real. In order to do that, I'm going to have to go down about to the guide area. Then it would be a real thing. But this just ain't, like I said, this is not just an Edelbrock thing. It's all of them are guilty of this mess. So, you know, I just wanted y'all to beware when you're buying a set of these, it says CNC port match. That don't mean a damn thing. You have to go about 2 inches up inside there for a proper port match, 2 to 2.5, and you know, they're just not going to spend the time to do it. It is an optical illusion, because when you look at this square in this shape, wow, it looks like it's big and ported, and then it's got the CNC marks and all that. It's typically a selling ploy for people that really don't, you know, first timers or people that don't know a lot about the heads. But I'm just wanting y'all to know, when you look at that, what you're really seeing in it. But all of them, from Dark Brodex, all of them are guilty of that. My problem with Edelbrock is their seat run out. And the reason I pointed this out is this makes about the third pair of these that I've gotten back that are that bad. I mean, they need to tighten up their seat run out deal on them. So anyway, let's go in here and I'll show you what my stage 2.5 does. I haven't had a chance to check the guides yet. I'm fixing to see if I got to hone them in just a second, because you always have to do the guides first, then the valve job. I'll let you check something out here, just to show you how that works. You see this one here, I haven't touched the roof or fooled with any of that. Now here's one that I went in there, and all I did was just go back like you're supposed to the guide area. Now look at the transition, see? I've got this thing almost an inch up in there. Hell, I can go back farther if you want me to. All right, now, there we go. Now, I come over here and try that. Look, I can't even get it to the CNC mark. It's got to carry back to where it transitions. Okay, if I do that right there, wow. On this side right here, my measurement, I don't know if you can read my numbers or not. I'm at 1,284, and that's all the way in. Here, if I try to do it, wow, look, it totally closed the gauge. 1243 all the way in. We try to pick up our points at different positions. Always remember that. Now, I'm going to let you see what a watt that you have to take out of this to get that to straighten up. All right, going off the first line, which is what we're trying to do on the CNC cut. Look at that. 1,455. Remember that business? Now, what we want to do is, this is going to be a decent number for us right here. See, 1335. I've moved about 140 thousandths off. So guys, all you got is what you would need to come into about the third line on the CNC mark. Look here. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that CNC port match don't do nothing. It isn't diddly squat, is the point that I'm trying to make. I mean, you might as well get a set that ain't done, so at least you can tune it and get it right. Now look how much I'm going to have to layer it in to get it to come out right. That right there is close to how much effort it takes to really, I mean, if you're going to do it, See, now look here. Look what we got. That's what we're supposed to have. Not some little bitty cut, because when people see them marks, oh, it was computer, CNC machine. It does nothing. Not that kind of spot anyway. Alright, so there you go. And like I said, this ain't fair to say Edelbrock. Any of them that do that is just something to get y'all to buy it. It's a ploy. So, not kicking Edelbrock on that part, just the horrific seat work that they done and that cutting up underneath the bowls and all that. Alright.